My channel, I am going to do Access Chapter 3 Hands-on Exercise Assessment Property Sales. Basically, this is the third chapter of Access section of my IT Lab course. I will do this assignment step by step and you can get your assignment done by watching this video. If you want me to do this assignment for you, or if you want me to do this complete course for you, including all the Access assignments, Word assignments, PowerPoint assignments, you can contact me either through WhatsApp or email. My WhatsApp and email is showing at the bottom of the screen. You can also hire me for your other courses like accounting, management, finance, information technology, computer sciences, all other writing assignments, mathematics, statistics, etc. Let's start this assignment and solve this assignment step by step. Title of the assignment is EXP19 Access Chapter 3 Hands-on Exercise Assessment Property Sale, and this is the third chapter. So at start of the instruction you can see this project description. Basically this project description has nothing to do with the assignment, but please read this project description so that you can get an idea about the assignment. Main part of the assignment is starting from the step 1, and total steps to solve this in this assignment are 13. So we are supposed to solve these 13 steps in this assignment. So let's move to step number 1 of the assignment. So step number 1 is start Access. Open and download the Access file named EXP19 Access Chapter 3 Hands-on Exercise Assessment Property Sales. Grader has automatically added your last name to the beginning of the file name. So this is the Access file that we are supposed to download, and we will use this Access file to get this assignment ready for the submission. We will apply all the instructions to this Access file to make this assignment in the final form for the submission. So step number 1 is just about downloading the Access file. That is why we will move to step number 2. So step number 2 is now you have opened the database. So this reading is nothing to do. So this part, use the query design to create a new query to the show table dialog box open so you can specify the table and queries to include in the query design. Add the agent table, then the properties table. Close the show table dialog box. So we are supposed to use a query design to create a new query. So go to the create, click on the query design, and now we are supposed to add the table. So first we are supposed to add the agent table and then the properties table. So agent table, and then we are supposed to add the properties table. So this one. Close the show table dialog box. So we will close this one, and now next thing to do is add the first name and the last name field from the agent table to the query. So add the first name and the last name fields from the agent table to the query. So first name, we will add this one, then we will add the last name, and that is all required in step number 2. And then add the list price, square feet and the sold field from the properties table to the query, this one. So first we will add the list price, then we are supposed to add the square feet, and the last thing is the sold fields. Sold one, this one. Run the query and view the 23 properties that display in the query result. So we will run this and you can see that we have 23 properties in the result. That is all required in step number 2. Now we gonna do next step, that is step number 3, because we are done with step number 2 of the assignment. Switch back to the design view and add no in the criteria row of the sold field. So we will go to the design view and now we are supposed to add the criteria in the sold field, and that should be no, and press enter. Sort the query in the ascending order by the list price field. So list price field is here and we are supposed to sort this in the ascending order. Then run the query and view the 17 unsold properties in the order from least expensive to the most expensive. So we will run this one and we have 17 properties from the least expensive to the most expensive, because the list price field is sorted in the ascending order, and that is all required in step number 3. And finally we are supposed to save the query as the price per square foot. So save this one as the price per square foot. So that is all required in step number 3. So now we're gonna do next step, that is step number 4. So step number 4 is switch to the design view in the field row of the first blank column of the query design grid. So now we are supposed to switch to the design view and in the field row of the first blank column of the query design grid, right click and select zoom. So this one, and we are supposed to select zoom from here and add the price per square foot. So we are supposed to add this statement and click OK. Access insert square brackets around the fields for you. Be sure that you added the extra X to the field names. You are intentionally misspelling the field names to see how access will respond. So we are supposed to add this statement. So I will simply copy this from here and I will paste here, and we are supposed to press OK. Now this part is done, and now we will move to next part of step 4, this one. Run the query in the first enter parameter value dialog box to 200,000 and click OK. So now we are supposed to click run and we will give the parameter value that should be 200,000. Access does not recognize X list price in the table defined or the query in the first record. When Access does not recognize the first name, it will ask you to supply a value. So now this part. Another enter parameter variable box display asking that you supply a value for the X square feet. X square feet it is asking. Again this error occur because table defined for this query do not contains a square feet value. Type 1000 for this one. So we will type 1000 for this one. So we got this result after entering these two parameters and press enter. The query has necessary information to run and return the result in datasheet view. Examine the data of the calculation. So that part is done. And now we will move to next part, that is next part of the step number 4. So return to the design view and display the zoom window. So we will return to the design view and display the zoom window. Correct this error in the price per field by changing the formula. So now we are supposed to change this formula to this one and we will click OK again. This one and click OK. So run the query and adjust the column width as necessary. The new calculated field price per square feet is displayed. The new field divides the values in the list price field by values in the square feet value. Save and return the query. So now we are supposed to return the query and now we can see the values for the price per square feet. So we have corrected the formula and we got these results for this feet, that is the price per square feet. And now we are supposed to save and close this query. And that is all required in step number 4. So we are done with 4 steps of this assignment and now we are going to do next step, that is step number 5. So now it is saying that make a copy of the price per square foot query and rename it as the price per square foot formatted. So we are supposed to make a copy of this query. We will copy this and we will paste it here again. And now we will change the name to the price per square foot formatted. Price per square foot formatted. This one. So we got a new query. Now next thing is open the price per square foot formatted query in design view. So open it in the design view. Display the property sheet for the price per square foot calculated field. This one. Go to the property sheet. Change the field name, field format to the currency, then change the caption to price per square foot. Format should be the currency. This one. And now we are supposed to write the caption and caption should be price per square foot. Close the property sheet and now we are supposed to close this one. Noticing the run the query to view the changes, the calculated field values are formatted as a currency and the column heading displays per square feet. Okay, let me run the query now and you can see that now the price per square feet values are formatted as the currency, and the field name has been changed to the price per square foot because it is the caption that we have added to the design view. And now save and close the query. So now we will save this and we will close this. And that is all required in step number 5. So we have completed 5 steps of this assignment so far. And now we're gonna do next step, that is step number 6. So step number 6 is create a copy of the price per square foot permitted query and name it list price calculations. Now we are supposed to create a copy of this one, and the name should be list price calculations. We got this one. So now open the list price calculation query in the design view. Display the builder window for the price per square foot column. The expression builder dialog box open displaying the current formula. So now we are supposed to open this in the design view, and now we are supposed to open the expression builder for this price per square foot formula. So we got this formula. So next thing to do is change the price per square feet field name to the price per BR and remove the square feet fields. So we are supposed to change the name first. I will copy the name from here, and we are supposed to change this name. This one. And now it is saying that remove the field square feet. We are supposed to remove this one. In the expression element box, select the properties table from the. So now we are supposed to select the properties table. This one. Noticing that fields from the properties table are now listed in the middle column, and the bad field to the expression box. So now we are supposed to add the bad fields, this one. Delete the properties prefix. In the front of the bed, the expression should be like this one. So we can simply copy this, and I will paste it here like this one. So this will be the final formula for this one. Now, as the bed name is unique with our query, the table name is not necessary. Removing this make okay. Close the expression builder, run the query. So okay, and now we are supposed to run this query. And that is all required in step number 6. So we have completed 6 steps of this assignment, and now we gonna do next step, that is step number 7 of the assignment. So we are done with 6 steps. So now next step is step number 7. Switch to design view and ensure that the price per B or field is selected. So we will again go to the design view and select this one. In the property sheet, change the caption to the price per bedroom. So open the property sheet and select the caption to the price per bedroom. This should be the caption. Close the property sheet and run the query. The price per BR column now has an appropriate caption. So close this one and run the query, and you can see the price per bedroom name is showing here That is about this one. Now we will move next thing. Switch to the design view, make a copy of the price per BR expression and paste it in the next blank column. So again we are supposed to move to the design view and we will copy this expression. Copy this one and we are supposed to paste it here. You will edit the copied expression so that it reflects the price per room, assuming that the kitchen living. So that is nothing to do. Move to this one. In the builder window, change the price per BR field name to the price per room. So finally we are supposed to use this formula that is mentioned here, this one. So I will simply copy this expression from here, this one, and open the expression builder for this one, and we are supposed to move this like this one. Okay. So now we are supposed to, in the property sheet, change the caption to the price per room. We are supposed to change the property sheet caption, so it should be price per room, and change the format to the currency. So format should be the currency. And now run the query, adjusting the column width as necessary, and then save the query. So run the query, run this one, and now you can see that price per room field is showing here. So that is all about step number 7. So we have completed 7 steps of this assignment so far. So next step is step number 8. So make a copy of the price per square foot formatted query. Price per square foot formatted query. Make a copy of this one. Paste it here. And now we will change the name to the mortgage payments. Open the mortgage payments in the design view. Now we are supposed to open this in the design view. Add less than or equal to 210,000 to the criteria row of the list price column. So we are supposed to add a criteria to the list price column, that is this one, that is less than or equal to 210,000, this one. The query when it runs will show only the 7 houses that haven't been sold, that cost is 210,000 or less. So let me run this query, and you can see that we have only 7 records as mentioned in the step number 8. So now we will move to next thing, that is this one. In the first blank column, display the builder window. So we will go to the design view again. So this is the first blank column and we are supposed to display the builder window. Add the PMT function to the expression builder window. So we are supposed to add the PMT function. So go to the function, built-in function, financial, and the PMT function. Double click on it. So we have added a PMT function now. So the expression box is display PMT, so it has displayed this one. No, this one. Position the insertion point after the PMT function. Type payment. This one. So we are supposed to type payment. So we are supposed to type payment before this one and then colon and a space. So now we are supposed to add the values for this function. These are given here. So rate should be this one. So I will start copying and will be pasting there. This is the rate. Then this is the num periods, this one. Then this one, the payment value, list price multiplied by 0.75, present value. Then the future value 0 and type is 0. Future value should be 0 and type should be 0. So we have entered the values for this function. Now note that the loan is a 30-year loan with 12 payments per year. Hence the calculation for the number of payments are also okay. Change the format of the payment field to the currency, then close the property sheet. So now we will click OK and we will go to the property sheet and we will make the format to the currency again. And run the query. Notice that the payment accounts are negative number. You will edit the formula to change the negative payments value to the positive. So close this property sheet and run this. So we can see that payment has a negative value. So now we are supposed to make these negative values as the positive values. So we will go to the design view again. So switch back to the design view. In the builder row of the payment field, add a minus sign to the left of the list price, then click OK. Go to the builders and we will type a minus sign before the list price and click OK. And now by adding the negative sign in front of the list price field, you ensure that the value is displayed as the positive. The expression now reads payment OK. Run the query. Adjusting the column width as necessary, the query now displays a column containing the calculated monthly mode payment formatted as currency. So run this one. Now we have the positive values for the payment field. So we are done with step number 8 as well. So I have shown you 8 steps of this assignment. That is almost 80% of the assignment. So I have shown you 8 complete steps. Now I am going to give you an overview for the final version of this assignment. You can solve these 3 remaining steps, that is step number 9, 10 and 11 on your own. So you will have list price calculation query like this one. Then you will have the mortgage payments query like this one. Then you will have overall result query like this one. Price per square foot query like this one. Price per square foot formatted this one. Result by the listing company like this one. And result by the listing company revised like this one. So these are the query. From these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 queries, I have already created 4 queries. You can create those 3 remaining queries on your own. But if you want me to do this assignment for you, my WhatsApp and email is showing at the bottom of the screen. You can either contact me on WhatsApp or email and you can ask me to do this complete assignment for you. I request you to subscribe to my channel, like my video and comments to my video. And if you want to hire me for this course, please contact me. I will be here for you. Thank you so much again.